Stream, everybody. I am CJ Livecast, and we're about to begin this PUBG Mobile esports competition. If you guys have not competed in this before, you guys can hit the Discord link in the description. You guys can sign up for future tournaments. This is all free to play with a huge prize pool, so definitely suggest hitting that Discord link. Feel free to ask me questions as we go, but for now, I'm going to show you guys a few things. One, the room, right? Teams are heading into the room right now as we are about to start match number 1. We got 2 minutes before we do, so we're giving it a little bit more time for these teams to get in. The ticker there, right at the bottom, that is going to be the team slots of which they should be in. So whenever we're looking at the teams that are competing, that is where you can see, like, oh, my favorite team is Revolution, for instance, and they're in team slot 13. So keep an eye on that. The other thing too is what I want to do is make this look a little bit more pretty, you know. So let me do that right now as we speak. We do also have a bit of a delay on the stream to make sure there is no real-time stream sniping, you know. So keep an eye on that as we go. All right, we can take this off. It's gonna make it nice, and gotta move this over here. I got like 3 screens I'm working with, so sometimes I kind of lose it myself when figuring out where am I going with this. But I think we're good to go. The other thing I want to do too, I almost forgot. I always, well, tend to forget. Hopefully not this time, as I've remembered now, is to set up a community box or discovery box, whichever box. I don't know box, but it is a box. So we're gonna do that. All right, and get it done. Get it done. If you haven't followed my stream yet, I appreciate it if you do. If you haven't subscribed, I appreciate it if you do. It looks like we are live now, which is great. All right, let's do box. How do we do it? Oh, I know how to do it. I just haven't done it in a bit. All right. Great. Discovery. We have PUBG Mobile tournaments every month, generally. So if you guys want to sign up, again, go to our Discord. That's I say the Discord because we're going to announce from there our PUBG Mobile events, and they are always with community gaming, which is why we're able to get some nice prize pool money for you guys to compete in. We're just really happy that you guys want to compete in our events, so it's really that's a big plus. Follow. Like the viewer display. Yeah, we're following. Yep. All right. And let's do confirm that. Should do. Let's save. All right. Created it. It is done. We are 1 minute over time now, so we will start any second. I'm going to check 2 things before we do start, though. One is Discord. Anyone writing anything that I need to keep an eye on? That's going to be number 1. And I see a notification. Extra minute, please, says Sadra. And all right, so Sadra, let me see which team slot is he in. I don't see him in a slot. Sadra, where are you, man? Oh, he was added because of Foxy. Foxy has 2 teams, Maniac, and I believe another one too still. Definitely Maniac. I'm gonna take a look at Maniac anyway. Team slot 15. Alright, there's 3 and not the 4th. What was the other Foxy team? There was another one that left too. I thought she had 3 teams that she signed up, but one of them was removed because they couldn't make it. All right, I think we gave them that extra minute. We gave them 2 now, so I think we're good to go. All right, let's get this one show on the road. I think we have enough. So generally, amount we were looking for. We have a message from Kidu. Okay, everything good now. Great. Happy about that, Kidu, who needed to add a sub. Able to accommodate that. And yeah, everyone's got their full teams here. I think we're good to go. Trickster! Trickster, and Jat. And Sing too. Joda too. I just realized the names. Awesome. So they've been players in our events a while ago. They haven't played in a while, for us anyway. I don't know if they've been competing in other things. But that's awesome that they're in here. Let's give this a start. Oh, we gotta use this phone. I have it on two different, let me just check room chat, one second. I think we're good. Let's start. But what I was saying is, this team, I played with them in a Super League tournament, which if anyone knows Super League, they were doing PUBG Mobile events. They did in-person ones, which was really fun to do. And it wasn't for like, the best of the best, right? They weren't saying like only invited players or anything like that. It was public, so you can just, if you want to go, you can go and you can compete. And the Super League tournament that they did was really fun. You went to, I think it was a Dave & Buster's that we went to. It was some restaurant like a Dave & Buster's, or I don't know, it could have been like Friendly's, honestly. I don't remember the place. But it was like a big restaurant, commercial restaurant. And I guess they just like rented out a section of it where all these players with all their mobile devices came to play. And they had different cities that they were hosting this event from. So I'm from New York, so I was in the New York one in New York City, but there was one like Chicago, LA, all around the United States. And it was a battle of the cities. So we had, all the people in New York were playing in sections against other teams, and it was just broken down in different ways. And then they would accumulate the points and see which city did better, right? And we did great. My particular team with Trickster, we crushed. It was awesome. We had the most kills and the best rank out of anyone in the United States for that particular tournament. And again, it's not like professionals were in it. We don't know who necessarily. We couldn't recognize the other names because, there's a lot of cities, so like really keeping track of all the players. But it was fun. I would just say that it was great. Oh, my bot tricks is upside down. Oh, I gotta fix that too. All right, I see them jumping. But yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling, how you guys are doing. That always helps me out a ton. Flip for me. So I think that worked. I'm not sure, but I'll put it up, and if you guys write in, I'll be able to see it. So I have a what you call it, a teleprompter that I don't use to say what I'm saying now, but I use to see chat, so I can look at the camera as if I'm looking at you, and read it at the same time. So that's why I have it, and it helps. I think that helps a lot. So I'm going to take out the music and showcase the teams. I think that'd be good at this stage. Let's see who's possibly in a fight. We'll zoom in on this. I haven't done PUBG Mobile in a while. Since we do it once a month, I don't really get the opportunity to cast PUBG Mobile a lot. And I don't really do other tournaments. So, this is the extent of my casting. And for all of you who know me, I've been doing this for years now. Probably, I guess, since 2018. So that would be 5 years now of casting and hosting tournaments. So if you guys know me from that long ago, congrats. I don't know how many people who might be watching would know me that long. But yeah, let me know how you're doing if you have seen me for that long. So right now we do see Gentlemen from GR Esports. They were the last team, I think, to register into this one, but certainly not one of the earliest or newest teams. We've seen this team compete before and compete at a high level. So things are not rendering in right. It might have frozen out. I might need to. I think I need to reset it. All right. Well, that's just the way it goes. The cookie has crumbled a bit, so let's redo it. Sometimes that will happen. Usually it doesn't happen that early in the game, though, so a bit surprised. But we did have to go through an update in order to get it going. So maybe that's the cause of it. I don't know, but hopefully not too bad. I'll keep an eye on it with my phone too, as this is still loading back in, to let you guys know. Exit match? No, cancel that. But I'll try to do my best to explain anything that goes on. So right now, I don't think any action has yet to occur, which is kind of good for us. You have updated the URL. Oh, no, that's not what we need. But hopefully we'll get back in with action to watch. I think we will for sure. Just how much of it we want it all. That's what we really want. As you can see, it's kind of loading back. Hopefully back 100%. All right, there's should be a battle in one of the houses here. I see GR is still in a potential fight against Revolution. Looks like a bit of a waiting period until things really get going. Yeah, spectate mode is always one that doesn't get a lot of love to get like help or updates. They generally just kind of see it as only a few people do it, so not a lot of need to kind of fix it up. It's unfortunate, but it's the way it goes. I don't know why this is stalled out here. I might need to redo it again. It's kind of unfortunate, but that's I guess another thing PUBG Mobile is having. This is the same thing with COD Mobile, and they have something in common. They are both developed by Tencent. I don't, as far as I remember, I know COD Mobile is. As far as I remember, PUBG Mobile is the same. I actually might say it in the home screen, which we just saw for a few seconds there. Let's see if it still says it. I think Lightspeed, but I also believe Tencent still develops PUBG Mobile. And so both of these are run Level Infinite Lightspeed Studios. So it could be no longer, it actually might not be Tencent anymore. Because I remember the whole, Chinese company, and then America was like, we don't want Chinese companies. So, and that's what, like, the reason why TikTok was, like, potentially in trouble, if you guys remember that. So PUBG Mobile was almost on the chopping block along with TikTok to being utilized in the United States. I don't think, obviously that didn't gain traction, but it was something to worry about. And so I think that if I do remember, I do believe they did shift maybe developers for that purpose. Could be wrong. I don't 100% remember that. But it feels like it was obviously made from Unreal Engine on the bottom left. Why isn't this loading? I don't understand. It should just load. Might have to restart the whole thing. Not the stream, but go back a bit more. Are you okay? Yeah, okay. All right, so we're going to have to open up Game Loop completely again. Great start. Loved it. Lovely. Hopefully we'll get moving. I always love this when the game developers really understand my needs on watching, But for real, like I don't really get it. My computer is not the problem on this. It is the app, because this computer is awesome. It is one of the higher end computers. And I play other PC games on it with no problems at all. There is no, latency, no issue. It is only on this where I ever get an issue with frames or obviously being kicked from the game. And that is simply because, and it shouldn't be that difficult, because PUBG Mobile and COD Mobile both have this issue, by the way. But it seems like PUBG Mobile is having even more of an issue right now. Is that PUBG Mobile and COD Mobile. All right, I'm just going to click this just to see. But I don't like doing that, because sometimes I believe that removes important memory that will be needed, that I might need to re-download some stuff, but sometimes it says it'll speed it up. I don't know if that's true. But not to get too sidetracked, I guess, is saying this is a mobile game, right? So this is intended to not need so much computing power. If it doesn't need that much computing power, why is it having a hard time with this, right? It just should flow. I understand they made it for phones, and there we go, finally. And it might be a problem to transition, but you did make an emulator. And also, I also have a problem with the idea that you couldn't play this game on a different device if you wanted to. Not a different device, on a different program. Game Loop is owned by Tencent. I don't think, at least for COD Mobile, so maybe not for PUBG Mobile, I would have to recheck this. But especially for COD Mobile, you couldn't play COD Mobile on an emulator on a different device. I think they make the excuse that, like, we don't want cheaters and we don't know how secure these other programs are, which is a valid point if you made a good enough emulator. Right? Rejoin, yes. If you're constantly having a problem with it, you don't get that luxury anymore. In my opinion, you don't get that luxury of, okay, well, forget about all emulators then. Like, right? I don't think you get that luxury, in my opinion. I think maybe a lot of mobile gamers would think that way, being like, forget the emulators. If they're having problems, who cares? But obviously it affects me. I don't want it to. I wouldn't want it to affect other emulator players who are just trying to enjoy the game. See all this like rendering issue? I'm gonna change the setting here. It's always the same. I tried to. This is all for me, I think. Holding firearm sticks. Just gonna enable. Sure. Okay, so we're gonna go to graphics. So I think I have to put it to smooth at this point in order for it not to have problems. I like HD. I think it would be great, but so we had a lot of battles already, it seems, and so hopefully we won't have an issue again. Things still need to render, which is the whole thing. Body, thank you for posting, and see the grass and all that. So we're gonna be doing different maps, so maybe we won't have this black graphic issue going forward. But this is kind of what I'm talking about as far as emulators not getting a lot of love that it deserves. And I like the look. I like this looks very clean to me. But instead of if the graphics loaded, it'd be great. But regardless of that, it is clean. Like the other things that are rendering in look good. I just want it to be just all. It's like, do I have to choose this? I have to choose. Let's zoom in on this. Get a sense of where people are at. This is an interesting possible problem here, as VR Ness might be trying to look around from his position. Doesn't really get to see anything, and we don't either, so we're going to move out of that as well. A lot of death up top. Teams coming in from the blue. Strangers coming in as well. Might have COD be able to look at those vehicles coming in. Let's go see if that is the case at this, again, vendors. Yeah, there's strangers up top. I don't think they hear the vehicles, as we can't yet. And they pass by without a big issue. So they've added, it seems like a new feature to add the deaths on the map and continue to hold that, rather than just like removing it after they die. I'm removing their name. Oh, this game, man. Can we fly? Right, at least we can fly, but it's not the best to fly around either. It could be better. Maybe with lowering the graphics, we'll be next match. We're just gonna move this on to the next match. Yeah. See all I know it's graphic, but it might not account this one yet as another reset again. That could work. I could manually do it right now and just be like, all right, is it better than watching all this? Kinda. So let's. I'm gonna manually reset this because it's just not. It's not doable. It's not workable here. Can't have that. So now I went to the smooth graphic, which is the worst graphic, but we're still gonna get 60 frames, which is the most important part. I would never lower that. And hope that everything works out going forward with this reset. Cross your fingers. PUBG Mobile. So, as I said, COD Mobile doesn't allow you to play on anything but Game Loop as far as an emulator. And PUBG Mobile might be the same. I will have to test that out or look it up. It's probably better to look it up on the internet rather than test it. Because what happens on COD Mobile is that if you try to play it on a different emulator, and the game like catches it, which it did for me anyway when I tried to switch, because I was just getting sick of Game Loop, it would say like I'm banned or something. It would like it was like temporary ban. Did it even say ban? I don't even know if it said ban. Something about like you just can't play on this. At least it might have been an actual ban. But I got back on with a different device. I got back on Game Loop with no problems right after it. So like on the same day, no problem. It's just I don't get it. Okay, I don't get this. All right. Hopefully, it'll run smoother this time. Cross your fingers. All right. We got 29 people still remaining in the game. 9 teams left. Blue zone's gotten pretty small here. It's closing as we speak. So maybe you'll notice that when we get back in. So again, things will need to can't think now. Come back into play here, as you see. Generate the graphics. Makes sense if you're just restarting, getting into it. This is not a problem to me. If you're trying to get back in because of the graphics, yeah, the game should have time to do that. As it looks like Never Side 1 was able to get a kill. So things look better. Much better on smooth. Already we can see at least the scope-ins. A little bit of frame tear there, but it's better than before. So I'll take it where I can get it, right? So I thought there might have been an enemy here nearby, but I think it either was cleared recently or there might be a dead box. Yeah, it's a dead box below. So I don't like showing that. Can we actually fix that part? I'm gonna quickly see. Something about customize defeat, icon display. The icon display, throwable trail, smoke grenade status. What's this? Okay, sorry, I just wanted to check that. Maybe icon display. I don't know if that will take it away. But I don't want to see dead boxes on the minimap, so I can focus on who's actually alive. But maybe there is no way to remove that. Got a hit, but not more than that. But good shot from Real Danger to begin that one. Yeah, it's kind of harder to say where do I go next when there's so many colors around. And, you know, and then the dead boxes kind of overlap. What if I click a dead box? What happens? It doesn't let me move to it. Again, this is new, so at least within the month, it's new. That door is open. Again, not a spectate mode issue, but it looks open now. It's weird. Not him. And the window is also it might have hurt him. It did hurt him a little bit as he was trying to use that for cover at the same time. He needs to do a little bit more than that in order to keep the car intact. We're going to switch it off to here as it looks like Revenge might be near you. And there's one knocked down. And he's going to get shot from the side and taken down, leaving 2 more players. Or 1? Yeah, 2 more players left. Never side 1 in Voltex. Voltex is pretty low on health. He does have a smoke out, and he might try to drive off from here or stay here, kind of stay hidden. There's also a fight from other players as well that could lead to a good finish. Trying to straighten the works together there for Ace. They have 9 eliminations so far in this one, so looking very good compared to some other teams here. 3 here with 2 players still alive for Stranger, as we've mentioned before. Stranger BD. Take a look at Killer here from the far side of the map, south side. They have 1 elimination, but they have all 4 players still alive, which is huge. This one might be a knock, and so this one might get picked up, or I mean not picked up, but picked up for a kill anyway from Killa, as there's no one else to steal that kill away. Here's COD. I can't pronounce the whole name because I really don't know how to, but we're just going to go with the short tag name with COD here and see what they can do. So they're kind of stuck on the bridge, and the next zone's going to push them out. But the other thing, too, is that their enemies are also going to be dealing with the same issue. They have to bail out from this spot, or in their spots, to get into zone. So it's not like it's one-sided. Long range shot against Real Bang. That would be interesting. But here's Real Bang. He might get hit from long distance if noticed. Seems to be fairly safe. The 2 front tires are gone, which is okay. It's not great. He's going to have a hard time steering, but he is going to be able to move. Shots on the vehicle as he does need to hide it if you want to continue to use that banged up automobile. Frederick, welcome to the stream. How are you? Saying hi. Hi. Hope you're enjoying your night so far. If you are, I appreciate it if you say so. If not, don't worry about it. Or you can say that too, but the hope is that you're doing well. Red dot in it, maybe, but it's a bit far for a red dot at this stage. You want to prone shoot away, but got to get higher than that on the rock to do so. In the zone, barely, so may want to get a little bit closer, maybe get into the cliffs a little bit more. Just to make sure you get that next zone, because obviously they're going to have to push down. And rather doing it later, doing it now might make sense. But I don't know. At the same time, they might be held there, and they are being held there. Here's one enemy. Good shots on Danger and gets the knock. This is from Onion Sir, MN on the team. So this is the revive attempt to pick him up. But the next zone will be shifting in soon, and that will be a big problem. Here's Sadra coming in. Part of Ace here. 10 eliminations now. Goes out a smoke to kind of cover that, but a grenade back over could be cool, could be a hit, and it does hit him, but does not knock him. Grenade was thrown back, as you saw, and might have caused some damage, and even in that smoke, he was not covered enough. Now, just to give you guys some more insight here, the smokes are more dense to the players than it is for us. We get that luxury because we are spectators, so we get to see more things that are transparent. But the players see a dense fog, ones that they cannot see through. Onion knocked down with a shotgun, the DBS in particular. And he's trying to crawl, but the shotgun will finish him off as well. Running it over, or driving it over to the side. Sadra are driving through as well. They're going to get into a safe spot. Maybe you need to be careful of their 6, as that team is still in the blue zone. Good shots there, though. Minito as he gets bombed completely. The grenade, that was from the blue zone. That's what I was talking about. The shots didn't take him out, though, but the grenade did, and the remaining team survives. The one that threw it down to the blue, obviously the grenade kills that one, so it left one team left. Kind of a funny finish in my opinion. And we'll get into the second match soon. I'm going to also take some screenshots. For now, enjoy the break as we'll be back in just a second here. Let's see if I can do it. I should be able to. And I'll be back.
Hey guys, it's Billy from Community Gaming. We're here at OSNYC, located on Chinatown, 50th Bowder Street. We're here having a Smash tournament today. This is a completely new venue, and you can totally come on by, check it, and have some fun, play some video games, and win some prizes.
Okay, so let me play or show you guys the scores here, as you see, and we'll go through these scores one by one on each team, and then we'll get into our next match. The next match is going to start in roughly 4 minutes, so we're going to let those teams get in, but let's do this quickly. Move on. So, first one, VR Esports, I believe. VR Gaming or VR Esports. They got first place, 6 from Killa, and 1 apiece from everyone else. So a team total there of 9, almost double digit, but still really good score. MN coming in with 3 from WDN, 4 from Hod, and 2 from Onion. A team total there of 9, so similar to first place. Aces comes in with 6 from Sadra, 3 from Minato, 2 from I'm gonna go with Specs. 18 maybe, and then a team that makes a team total of 11. So our first double-digit kill count of the night. We have Rio with 2 kills from Danger, Cod with 3 from Zero, and a team total of 4. Batman getting 2 kills for the team, and that's their total. RD 2 apiece, making 8, really evening things out. Strangers coming in with 2 from Revenge and 1 from Voltex, a team total of 3. 1 from Kittree from WWG. Jat G coming in with 2 from THL. 1 apiece from Revolution, or almost 1 apiece, so 3 total on the kill count. GR with 0, OG with 3 kills, AI with 0 and 2 from TFC to wrap up match number 1. So what we're going to do now is go to our next map, which will be Miramar. So I'll get myself into that room. And if you're competing, make sure you are getting into that same room. We do not want to skip you. You have to be registered, obviously. Maybe not obvious, but nonetheless. All right, so teams are getting back in. I want to send these screenshots over to our score today. I think Body Snatcher just got in for match 2. So great, thank you, Body. Appreciate that. So I'm going to try to, hopefully the room won't be removed. And I'll get you these screenshots quickly. Do not fail me now. Oh, I have to log in. Oh, on my phone. I'm going to do this otherwise. I can log in, but it might take a bit. And because it's like, what's it called? Multiple whatever. But that'll take too long. I think it'll remove me from the room, and I do not want to afford that. What I could do is take a picture of the screenshot with my phone, this phone, and kind of do it that way quickly. That might work. You have 1 more minute though beforehand. I'll just have to do it in between the next match. So she'll get the screenshots for this one. She won't be able to update right away, but she'll be able to update later. There we go. We're gonna go with that. I want to keep the games rolling. Don't want people waiting. Thanks again for the follows. I appreciate that. Macho, BFC, Leo. Again, Body, thank you for subscribing. That's awesome. Body's again, she is really great. Make sure to subscribe to her. Make sure to follow her in Trovo. She does stream. She does a great job. So definitely go do that. Mina with 30 was followed as well. Thank you for the follow. Trey, thank you for following as well. That was an hour ago, so I may not hear this now, but thank you nonetheless. All right. That being said, we are at 8:35, so we are raring to go. Possibly, we had 60 plus people last time, so we could have maybe people are not checking Discord quick enough. That would be not something impossibly thought of. But they do need to rush it. They better get in faster. There are times where we have like drop off because teams realize like, oh, we're not gonna win, so they drop off. And a lot of teams who compete in like multiple tournaments might do that, especially if they compete in multiple tournaments. But this is a bit early on that because it's the first match. So I think what's happening is they weren't ready for the quick turnaround. But now we're at 56, so maybe, even they weren't ready for the quick turnaround. I gave them 5 minutes. Sometimes I give them more. I want to test out a little bit on this one. We can always start later, but I kind of want to see how fast would they get in if we say 5 minutes. And it seems like they just weren't. They weren't ready for it. They were not. At least not everyone. There was a lot who were. No one writing a room chat, which is good. It's fine. No problems with that. All right. Good. All right. So what I gotta also make sure my audio is back up to the game because I have to remove the audio. Emulator audio was working actually the whole time. We have 2 emulator audios running. Does this sound weird? The moment I put my volume up. They were not, at least not everyone. There was a lot who were. Come on, help me out, Trovo. Maybe I'll just go to YouTube instead. With. we're 2 minutes over. Let's get this started. Prince, get in your spot. Everything works out going forward with this reset. I don't want to hear game. There's a lot of non-game going on. Hey, it's not great. He's going to have a hard time steering, but he is going to be able to move. Shots on the vehicle as... Frederick, welcome to the stream. How are you? Saying hi. Hi. Hope you're enjoying your night so far. If you are, I appreciate it if you say so. If not, don't worry about it. Or you could say that too. But it sounds fine. I don't think it was double sound in the emulator. Maybe I'll just keep it the way it was. But according to my view, I feel like there's new audio. Wonder if I should turn one off.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly.
So I'm gonna turn one audio down. Let me know if you hear, if you have a hard time hearing the in-game audio. Just give me a holler, right? Which one should I lower it? So let me know. I just did it right now. Let me know if you hear none of the gunshots. Gunshots, people making footstep noises. That's gonna take out the music. If you don't hear the music, that's another thing too. You should be able to hear the music. Let me know. My voice, especially. I just turned off the music right now. So. Now you should hear airplane. Appreciate your feedback. Thank you. We do have a discovery box on Trovo. Take advantage of that. Get your chance to win 200 elixir right now. All you have to do is follow the stream. If you do that, you're golden. And you should already be doing that because you just like my content. I know we've been getting... we kind of got kicked from the game, and so it's not a great start with that. But, you know, it's not my fault. I don't know what else I can do with that. Right now, we're at Miramar. And teams are jumping off as we speak. 59 players, 16 teams. Same amount of teams last time. We had like 63, I think, to start last game, something like that. So just a difference in player count. And let's see where we go. Right now, what I'm checking is to see where the battles may be. And I do not see a fight potentially yet, especially in the north side. The south might give me something. Hacienda might give me something. For now, we are in wait mode. You can see these two teams getting a bit close, and I do think they're trying to reach Hacienda. They might be a bit far where they're slowly getting over. And 2 to Los Leones, it appears. So we'll take a look at this for now, as we'll play out how this works. Hacienda North, this is not a very looted area, so I'm very surprised THL decided, you know what, let's just avoid. I guess they wanted to avoid AI, right? That's the main idea. Maybe they thought they were going to land second and didn't want to have a scrum right away. But they should try to find a vehicle if they want to go somewhere else. And they could go more to the west side. But this is the battle for sure. Let's keep an eye on this as things well rendered. Just give that a sec and it'll all look pretty, in my opinion. And I'll open it up as well. It's already opened up, I think. Now it's opened up. So let's take a look. We're looking at Zuki's perspective. Change it to Danger. Danger's a bit closer. Who's the closest right now? Bang. Bang is the closest. And might hear footsteps on the other side with an enemy. So let's kind of look and see who it could be. It's a little baby on that side. Oh no, it's Batman who's actually the closest here. Working from different building though, but nonetheless might have a fight. AK for Batman. That's going to be a great weapon of choice to start, especially at this closer range fight. It should really do some damage if he can get the shots on target. But so far, this is going to be the start of our battles. I don't know who's going to really start it. Bang's kind of looking. He sees footsteps every now and then. He's not only sees or has footsteps, he sees the players through the window. And it looks like Batman opened and closed that door, thinking this could be a problem if he kind of comes out to the roof. If he did go out to the roof, I think Bang would easily take him out. Batman now, I thought he was outside. He's still looting this building, grabbing a backpack and so on and so forth. Still cleared for everyone else. I do not see another major battle happening as we speak. 16 teams will do that because you can have 25 teams in total. So it's not a surprise that they didn't land on each other. I think the number one thing, even if you're the best team, you really don't want to leave it to chance of like, oh, I landed but didn't find any loot. You want to leave it into your own hands, right? So whether you're the best team or the worst team, you kind of want to start with loot. You don't want to be in a scrum right away. A lot of these teams understand that. Ooh, knock on Frosty to start. Must have been a longer range shot from N7. N7 representing -7. Zuki's hearing gunshots, hearing things hit the walls. Oh, that's an enemy. Oh, he lost a lot of health. He's going to try to bail out of that. That's oh my god, I thought it was going to work. I was like, that's surprisingly going to work. And it does not. And here's Jaw, kind of moved up a little bit more. He's not finishing it up. He's not trying to move all the way. And he was about to. Looks like Zuki will get thirsted. Danger's taking his time a bit, getting Frosty up. That's an enemy right there, too. And gets shot as he rotates. He's going to get pushed here. He's just running. He's running for the hills, man. Looks like his teammate though might be getting something done here in the smoke. He's still working it as one's down, but unfortunately got taken down right after we said good things about him. AK does some damage, but he got hurt real bad. And almost got hit with a... Wait, that's a teammate still alive? Danger is still alive. No, it was Bang? I thought it was just one player left. My bad. So they're actually a little bit more even keeled to the enemies than I thought. Percy with a big knock there. Danger. Oh, couldn't win it either. And he is out. So N7 with 2 players that knocked are hoping to get picked up. The gunfire, though, might have been heard from an enemy, and you can hear the vehicle coming in now. So Batman's like, hey, I hear somebody. This could be bad. GR Esports are the pushers now, the third party coming into play. Batman trying to get far away from Alien, so he won't get thirsted. We'll see if Alien kind of peeks out and notices. He probably sees those footsteps or hears those footsteps. I keep saying see. Hears those footsteps. And so you see Batman's like, come on, man, I'm about to die. Pick me up. And nobody rotated fast enough to him, which is kind of surprising. I thought they had time. You know, Jaw was the one who needed to get healed up. That makes sense. Percy was the one that was able to survive a bit. And unfortunately slow for the revive. And that's might bite them a bit in the butt here as they are short on players. In particular against GR Esports. They're probably going to play this silent now. They're not going to make any movement at this point. They might have heard them move already. And so they are going to play this probably a bit more cautious. They might, yeah, they're probably going to push this like a FBI raid and move together on this. And maybe wait for the right opportunity, grab some loot here too. But I assume they're going to push up the stairs together at a time. So there's the enemy right up top. They definitely hear footsteps now. He's moving all around, not being subtle about it. After round 1, VR Esports, second team Aces and Team Mini. Oh, you got the scores. Well, that makes my life a lot easier. All right. Sweet. Thank you, Body. Really diligent there. Did not even have to send the screenshots. Saw it from the stream. Tries to jump out, and this could be a good hidden spot, but... So he jumps, his teammate was shooting. He wasn't shooting at him. I thought for a second that was an enemy that just had terrible shot fire. But it was Percy shooting at the windows. And now they're on full retreat mode. Great way to get out of that, right? Now, some people might have tried to like fight their way out of that. Obviously, not the right move. I don't care how good you are. You got to be careful about working the odds. This goes with every shooter game. It could probably, and honestly, probably go with every game, right? You want to go with your odds. You don't want to go with, like, just because you think you're the best, you're going to, you know, overcome the odds that way because you are better than everyone. Don't have that mindset, right? The moment you have too much pride is the moment you realize you put yourself in a troubling situation, and before you know it, you're out of the game. And you wish you could take it back, and you just can't. That is the #1 problem with sometimes hot-headed players who tried their best to do it all. This game is about teamwork. It's about, you know, not putting your team at risk, not lowering your odds. And the more times you can do that, the more likely you'll get some good wins. So here's Jaw. He probably heard a vehicle come close and he kind of went into that divot. Kind of stayed low. Teammates pretty far away from him. This is not a problem when you're a 2-person team in a squad event, because you know, especially early, most of the teams are full squads. They're going to have better chances than you in any particular case that you meet up with them. So if you have one player taken down because they got too close to a team of 4, at least your squad still stays alive. But if you keep together and you have 2 against 4, you're going to lose that probably too. You might have a better chance, slightly, but not by huge margins. And so staying separate at this point might be the way to go. I'm sure they'll meet up sometimes to maybe find some cohesion that might help, but for the most part, this is not a bad option. I mean, you know, we always talk about teamwork, right? But I think, as I just said, work your odds. That is going to win you games. Sometimes teamwork, most of the time teamwork is going to do that, but sometimes it won't. Car has a grenade, chucks it over, and I don't know if any of that made contact. Does not appear so. Oh, but that did, as Ness is down and needs a pickup, but he's so close to the enemies and they can peek easily. Ooh, grenade almost takes out Ness with a bank shot. Love that idea. But I don't know how Ness is going to get out of that. Maybe a vehicle, I hear one, that could rotate over and kind of crash it, but then they'll probably just come out and be a problem. But as Ness needs a smoke for sure, and I think that's a smoke. And it does. I think that should help Ness kind of retreat back. Oh, he sees him rotate. This is a good position. This is the highest position in town. So you often see snipers here. Has great views on a lot of different little angles, especially at gas station and that motel on the right. So good job from F13 from picking the spot. Looks like there's a vehicle there and he's trying to break that a bit. He possibly sees a tire. I'm not even sure if that's a tire. Other fights don't seem to be going on yet, so we'll stay here for now. Hope everyone's having a good day. This is a PUBG Mobile tournament for $100. This is hosted by NKD Esports and Community Gaming. You can see the ticker below. That is going to list all the teams. So if you're rooting for one, great. If you're not rooting for one, still, what do you think would be a winner? That would be helpful. So here we go. F13 is getting pushed. He wanted to throw something down there, and it's just not going to work here. Tries to bank it before they come in. Give it a good shot. You never know. So jumping from roof, I like that, and just kind of really avoid this battle here. He might, yeah, he's kind of hoping to come out in the open. Oh, one's rotating up. Oh, they throw the molly perfectly, actually, and the grenade perfectly. They knew he came right to this wall. That takes a lot of understanding of the game. Kiddu's right there on the left side. This could be a knock here against F13. Let's kind of review that. There's Kiddu, right? Kiddu just can't see it. Can't see it. I don't know why he can't see it, but he has the best angle, and he's just needs to take a step a step over. And there he is. He's in the smoke, though. He's gone. Kiddu missed an opportunity. And it doesn't actually matter because Daku gets the job done after that. So let's see if they can pick him up immediately and retreat more because they don't have the numbers here. I don't think anyone's behind them, though. So it's just these two. And I think Killer's starting to realize, I don't even have the opportunity to pick you up. I gotta go. Bye. I gotta survive. I gotta survive. And so he's gonna want to continue to rotate back. Hopefully he has a vehicle back here. I don't know if that's the truth. Almost getting shot. Gets in here. Continue to rotate out. Vehicle back here? You got something? Anything across? Nope, he's looking. He's like, I got nothing. There's nothing for me. He can continue to try to back up more and more. I don't know if he's just going to hide here. It looks like that is the case. But, oh no. Oh, he's making too much noise. The hurdles are going to do it too. And so he's in trouble. I want to pre-fire that. I don't blame him. Made noise, but he's got to do something. He's got to do something. Unfortunately, no cars back there to retreat out. And that is something you always need to think about. And sometimes it could be, that's like an extra level to the gameplay that you need to consider. We'll go into it in a second. Here we got Joss. Looks like, I don't know why Joss isn't quite moving. They pushed in, got a kill. Good stream. Oh, the grenade. The grenade hits. And Whitebeard is down too. DBS, strong as ever. Oh, got the heal in time. Oh, no. There you go. Understanding the situation, right? If you see a DBS user, do not hard peek that. They want you to come out and even get close, right? So he played it back. He shot at an angle. He made sure to only show a little bit of himself because DBS, you know, it is like an AoE type of gun, right? It's not pinpointed. So you do want to just show a little bit and it'll minimize the amount of damage it'll do to you. And that's perfectly played. Understanding the weapon of choice that the other player was using doesn't get much more methodical than that. The other thing I was mentioning is part of when you're battling is knowing how you can escape, right? Knowing what you can do to get away. And for that guy, who was the last person on the team, we saw him running through the arena and all through this town pretty much. They should have had a car ready for him, right? You need to know your escape routes. And that should be some important call outs for the team at that point is, hey, we have a car back here, or so we can have a battle in front of us. And then if we do have a need to back up, we have the car ready just in case. And that's something they did not do, obviously. Again, all this is very detail oriented because, you know, in COD Mobile, you can get away with not having all of these like little details worked out. You can rely on your movement. You move much faster in COD Mobile. The snipes are harder in COD Mobile, so you can, if you got just enough distance, you can really get away with it. It's more difficult as far as movement goes in COD Mobile, but I don't think it's as methodical as far as like you're more of a sitting egg. You're fragiler. You're more fragile in PUBG Mobile, so you really do need to be careful about everything you do. Compared to COD, where you can take a pretty good chunk of health and still be up on your feet, and you come back on the revive fight, right? So that's a big chunk as well to think about. Ooh. Come on. Missed a lot of shots there from AIB. He is the team leader, but did not do the most there. Ooh, Zeus had a good angle, got some shots on target. What the hell? Oh no! The grenade comes in clutch. What a push in, though. I love that. Molly, what? You're not gonna go for the... Oh my god, that was a great grenade. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit Zeus. Does he know? Does he know? Good try against V, but he had Bam right there. Or was it? Yeah, Bam. Waiting for him in the corner. Who's over here? Oh, someone just died. Was someone thirsted? Was it ER? It was here. Neza was the cause. His first elimination came right then, right there. As far as I can tell. And he's going to rotate into the zone as the blue zone's doing its thing. He certainly used a... Oh, he does have a vest. Never mind. Oh, they blew up the car. Iron Sight comes in and blows it up. So Daniel's going to be coming in closer to kind of finish up the job. Oh, that's a nice nade, and it does finish up the job. And it also hurts Neza really well there. Grenades needed. Let's see if this comes back, and it does. It comes in stronger than ever as Daniel's down, and another one's down too. That push was unsuccessful. Neza coming in clutch, but also long-range shots all the way from THL, causing those problems. So the Sipes continue to fly as Neza needs to stay hidden here, using the vehicle, using the hills for cover. Head over to the other side here. Ace just got ran over. The whole team is out. That was unexpected. It came in out of nowhere. And here's Strangers kind of healing themselves up, ready for the next potential fight. Now, on this side, Neza is rotated out. He's able to drive it through. And he's around some other dead people for sure. Neza definitely was heard. There is players out. There are 2 players. Oh, maybe not. They're too far, actually. I don't think they hear that. So AI still has those 2 players. Remember seeing them getting shot from THL from long distance. This team has the next zone, which they should be super stoked about. And they seem to be like sniping away at long distance. Who is shooting? Yeah, there it is. Oh, Joda's one. Yeah, they definitely want to break that vehicle down. Strangers, if they have a smoke, they want to cover that car because that might be the only vehicle they got to rotate out of that position. The zones could not be in their favor as far as I can see. Maybe they will be, but you never know. You still want a vehicle after this zone closes. Just missing them. But now the rotation, the blue zone. But the cars, automatic might do better here. But he's got to continue to snipe. You can try to continue to snipe, but automatic would definitely do the damage more. Oh, 2 teams right next to each other, and they come in. Tries to come out with the Tommy. It does not work. Who else is on this team here? Abby. Come on, Abby. So it looks like they clear the spot. No, not yet. Oh, they do clear it now. Abby's didn't do much there, but team didn't work. Sometimes you do it, sometimes your team does it. So let's take a little bit more of an aerial view as we've got... Oh my lord, Abby taken down by Trickster with a nice long grenade. Trickster throws another one, hoping to hit them with the molly. It was a little short there, so it won't roll. Joda tries to go in the middle of the street. Why? You have no smokes out. That is too risky. Thinking that maybe it would be clear because they're going to go for the revive, but that is not something you just want to do without these smokes. I guess he wanted to save the smokes as well for future circle closes, but Joda will be thirsty. So Jat is kind of on his own on the top or near the top of this hill. AI are too close to zone, and this should do it for Iron Sight trying to come in with the vehicle, but goes right into the hands of Jat G. And now we're down to 4 teams remaining. Let's take a look at Revenge. Oh, got some mines, but misses the shots there. It's Revenge. Good thing going prone in that timing as Trickster was shooting, and Trickster was also taken down in the process here. Sing going over to Trickster. They got the next zone, so they don't need to worry too much. As long as no one pushes them real quick, they can get that pickup and stay put. And Jat G sees him, but needs to heal first. And will try to heal. Will he be able to? Will the timing work in his favor? It kind of does. And he gets it done. Wow. The timing couldn't have worked any better. I think a millisecond later, he would have been done for. His health was going down too. So we're down to 2 teams now as COD versus THL. And this vehicle is taking major damage. Luckily, they're able to hide it here. But the next zone is a problem. So they have a major disadvantage as well based on positioning. Why is THL moving forward? Risky? Doesn't matter. They don't care. They're going in here anyway. They don't need to. They can just wait for them to come out. And if it does bite them in the butt, it could be a problem. Trickster is knocked. I didn't realize that. So Sing versus Eli, you do have Jat G coming in, but he's a little bit behind. And the blue zone is going to close this spot out. Eli needs to jump if he wants to survive to get first place. Otherwise, he's just going to settle for second. And so they do get that angle there. They do work it out. I guess, you know, the good thing about that at the end, you know, we can just say in hindsight, I suppose, that they get those kills rather than give it up to the blue zone. But it was a risk that could have cost them. It definitely lowered their chances of winning. Not to the point of less than 50%, but you get what I'm saying. We'll go through these scores, but you know what we're going to do first? We're going to put you to break so I can message all the players and say when the next match is going to happen. I also have to set up that map. So enjoy the break. For now, we'll be right back.
Battling. Oh, what a flash! Oh! Hey guys, it's Billy from Community Gaming. We're here at OSNYC, located on Chinatown, 50th Bowder Street. We're here having a Smash tournament today. This is a completely new venue, and you can totally come on by, check it, and have some fun, play some video games, and win some prizes.
Okay, let me get some music on while we do this. Welcome back to the stream. We are going to go through these scores that just happened for match 2. Body's going to get the whole score. It looks like she already did it, which is awesome. In the chat, if you already are looking, on Trovo. Anyway, the top 3 teams are listed out. But let's go through this, and then I'll mention what she wrote. THL with a big win there. 7 from Jat G, 2 from Sing, and 1 from Trickster. A team total of 10. Double digit, first place. Zero and Eli coming in with 5 total kills together. COD doing really great. I think they're really crushing the game so far. But they are not the top 3. Go through that in a sec. Strangers with 4 eliminations. Great job. WWG with 0. AI with 2 apiece from BAM and Iron Sight. A team total of 6. We have Alien with 3 and a team total of 4. Good job, GR. Ting Ting with 2 from MN and a team total of 3. I'm going to go with Ace. I'm going to go with Ace, huh? 3 kills from him, 2 from Soka, a team total of 5, 6, 7. Neza with 1 kill, and that's their team total. Here's Ace as the team, 3 total kills for them there. Zeus and Deku with 2 each, so a team total 4. Interesting, N7 coming in 14th place, but they got a good amount of kills of 5 there. Percy leading it with 2 kills for her, I assume. And then Real Bang with 2 kills at the end. Corona, what do you guys do? You guys need your team. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Let's go to match number 3. Here are the top players of the game. The next room is already open, so if you are registered, make sure to get in now, right away. Don't miss your chance, or else we're gonna leave without you. Very possible. I'm gonna get myself, by the way. Okay. There we go. Change the song. It was a good song. Moving on. Bondo, thank you for the follow. Ryan, thank you for the follow as well. Jimo Gaming, thank you. Ahmed, thank you. Zayad, thank you. Nicola, thank you for doing that. Venom, welcome to stream. Macho, I think I already said these, but I'm not 100%. Thank you if you followed my stream, and follow on YouTube as well. Keep an eye on chat, and I don't see a lot of activity. I appreciate if you guys write in. Excuse me. Appreciate if you write in. That makes my day. You do. Watching is great too. Oh, turn off my music. Get it back on. Want to go to YouTube and see if maybe my bot is not working to show. Too loud. There you go. Am I live on YouTube? Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, by the way, if you leave a like, that'd be great. Did I pick that time? I did pick that time. 9:11 is when I picked the time for the next match to start. Did not mean it for that purpose. It was not a joke. Just did not think that through. Guess it doesn't matter. All right. So we got all these players. I think this is what we're gonna get. We probably could start right away. I'm just gonna do one check on Discord to see if anyone wrote in, has any issue. Also check chat here. Room chat looks cleared. Just say people. Yeah, I think for the most part we are good. Looks like all the squads are fairly filled. Just this one. Just one team. And I don't think they were incomplete last time. So they're just missing a player there. But we are gonna start. Let's do it. And bodies in here, yes. One COD, says Eli. Oh, yeah. The top 3 teams so far in this one, leading into the last match, is the Hit List in first, Team Aces in second, Team Maniac in third. The Hit List, again, that is a team that I have not seen, at least in a while, the players anyway. I don't think they went by Hit Lists when I remember them last. I'm trying to remember what they were. I felt like it was like Legends or something. If they're in here, that'd be helpful if you could say it. But different name, but players are really good. And as I mentioned before, these were players that we were competing with, and it was fun because we did really well in this LAN tournament that involved the United States. So it was fun. So definitely a team to watch out for. I'll show you guys a team that's in first currently. Here they are, led by Trickster, registered the team. Jada, Sing, Jet G. There we go. Sandhawk, last mat. Good luck to all the teams. Stream looks good. All right, you don't hear anything. I get that, or at least you don't hear the in-game. That's usually what happens until they pop their parachute. And it looks like they're gonna land down at Paradise. It looks like another team going to Painan. Maybe 2 teams, 3 maybe. 3 teams going here. This should be something we should go and check out. Painan is one of my favorite places to drop, and it looks like as 2 teams are going to head over there, one bails out at far to the south. Another one, N7, decide not to bail out, and they're kind of really on top of this other squad's corner, and Percy is down. This is unfortunate. Percy had the most kills on the team last match. There's only 2, but the whole team had 5 in total. Percy needs a pickup. See if anyone goes over to help out. Grenade. Gotta watch out for those for sure. Anyone gonna come up those stairs? Cautious, but nice job getting iron sight. Jaw comes in clutch. Trying to even out the score a bit. So where's the other N7 player that was here? Oh, going for the revive. Good job. And so Daniel will get a revive there too. So back to 4v4. I think AI should be in a better position purely on the loot perspective. See the peaking usage. Don't want to put your whole body in front if you don't have to. Requires a lot of experience not to go full out showing your whole latte. So there we see Jaw on the bottom. He was the one that got the knock in the first place. That gave enough time for N7 to kind of go for the revive. Bring it back. But Percy still doesn't have loot, apparently, because doesn't have meds. I mean, I don't know what's happening there with Percy. It's just peeking, but really? No meds? I guess the iron sight's the same thing. Little baby is knocked. This is not great for Percy. As she will have a hard time defending with that little health. Batman with the DBS. Alright, we're just gonna peek around, see if we're missing anything. We are missing some other fights. I'm gonna switch it out, alright? We saw that. We're gonna see what else is going on. And it looks like Onion in the building, yeah, got taken down. Someone peeked the door. And that DBS, such a threatening gun. Zeus knocked thanks to WDN from far side. Again, that's something in PUBG Mobile that is way more frequent than COD Mobile, is getting taken down at long distance. you're just more fragile. That's it. Like you in COD Mobile, you get longer time. Once you get shot, you're like, oh, I can try to maneuver my way out of this. There's really none of that in PUBG Mobile. If you're out there and you're getting shot, you're pretty much taken down. You can possibly survive with a few steps to cover, but you really need to make sure you're close to cover at all times, or else you're putting yourself in major risk. Trying to hit Zeus with a good long distance grenade does not work. So we still have these deaths down here, and I think we're left with COD, just COD on the left. So we're not going to go over that. This battle is still frothy. Take a gander around still. Kind of hoping to see anyone coming up. Hod is staying on the first floor. Interesting positioning here. If they come down, he might be able to get a jump on him. Ting down thanks to Daku. And so we might see Hod saying, hey, I don't want this. I do not want a piece of that. And this could be a problem. They're going to hear these footsteps. He's going to try to continue to run out. Do they see him? He made footsteps. You going to jump on him? They have to jump on him eventually, no? They got hurt. They got hurt from a distance. Kidu's hurt. He's not down. Oh, he fell. Hod has to sing that. Ooh, I like this battle. But Hod's way out there in the open. He's getting major damage. And then taken down probably from Zeus? No, Kidu. He had the shotgun to work in his favor. And that ended the game for that team. Team coming down. Jack G. This is the squad that is winning. And they probably heard all those gunshots. At least for Jack G. And he's telling the rest of the team to come over. They were a bit on the slower side. Maybe we just have a scout to begin. But this could be leading to a huge fight. This battle's more or less ended, or maybe not. Kind of ended. You can see 2 players are still alive on RD side, but 3 are still alive on Strangers. Where are you guys driving off to? Thought they were passing an enemy team. Apparently not. Oh, it was a killed player. Never mind. So I'm gonna leave that for now still. This became even more. I thought it was just I needed time, but apparently not much time, as they have really solidified their position here now. This is a sneaky spot. He's trying to stay quiet and get to a position where OG could not even think that he would be at. Get behind him. Joda must have made himself known already because a grenade was chucked, so both teams are conscious of an enemy team. Joda could throw that molly off and get it in there. That was a good throw, and does it burn him? No. He got away in time. Throws out a grenade up top, and that could have done it in if he played that right. But Joda's knocked. I just realized that. That's a bit of a problem. They can try to go up there, but look at all the surrounding players. They are too close to allow a revive. A smoke would be good for Jat G, I think. Trickster's on that side. Anyone else yet? We do have Sing on this side, so that's a protective position. I guess Jat G, do you not have a smoke? He does have a smoke. He just decides not to use it. Which could, again, be biting him in the butt at this point, as the smoke would have saved him. Unless a grenade, yes, they could have thrown a grenade in the smoke and that would have ended THL. Trickster's down too. They figured out that corner as well and got him knocked with gunshots. And Jat G is taken out. OG just kind of pushing real well there. And Sing's gotta go. And that makes total sense here. Hacker's looking around, seeing if he's behind some of these other pillars for the last player. But they have missed their opportunity, as Sing has already gone to the cliffside. There's no way they would just randomly go to the cliffside here. They might go into these 3 buildings. That would make sense because they came in that direction. But that would be a weird shift to go where Sing is right now. You see, what? Who caused that? Are they in? Who caused that? What? That wasn't... Was it Sing? Wait, what happened to Sing? He got killed too. He was getting some shots off from here. I wasn't even thinking that. I thought he was way too far away to even see that. Oh, wow, okay. That happened. Did not expect that it would happen so quickly. Like, first I didn't think those shots were coming from Sing at that point. I was like, who else is shooting? But then they really quickly retaliate against Sing. Finish him off. Now, that was the team that was in first place. That might not be the case anymore. I don't know how close that fight is for first. I don't think the hit list would have had such a big gap in their score that it would prevent them from doing well first. Ooh, Daniel taken down right away. Shot from the side takes down Bam as well. So all in now, a little bit in a troubling position. Ironsight and V are still alive and well. And Mercy, good shots. And also, wow, there's a lot already down. I don't know if Ironsight just went haywire, but there are 3 knocked and just little baby left. Oh! Oh, the grenade! And before he goes, he takes down one with him, which is kind of insane, which led to a few players dying in the same time. So rather than running away from that grenade, he was like, I'm taking one with me. Maybe he thought that grenade was far enough away where he'd survive those shots, but he was willing to take that risk for sure. Let's check out Gentleman. Gentleman's getting real close to the enemies. They're up there and down he goes. Vehicles flying through. I'm looking at Kiddu here. I want to see Kiddu for particular positions. I can't fit. Excuse me? DBS. Oh, he didn't finish him. Did he think he finished him? Because he really got away from that gun, and maybe he ran out of ammo on that and needed to reload. But Alan had like 2 inches of health. I think it was who was this? Alien had 2 inches of health and able to keep it going. But let's see what the rest of OG are gonna do. They got to get over that hill and move fast. A grenade could do some damage if they can get it far enough. Oh, the shots, and that finishes up the job. Are you kidding me? You got some shots on, sorry. He wanted to go thirst Kiddu, and he was like, oh, no, that's not going to happen. And then the grenade finishes up that. What? I thought health was lost. Maybe it was a... Oh, yeah, it was. Daku is thirsted. So I think what happened was Alien went out too far to go for the thirst. Realized, oh no, 2 players are coming after me. Gets shot, taken down. While one of the players here on OG threw a grenade out and finished up the low health other players who just got revived. Or one of them anyway just got revived. Gonna try to throw a grenade into that one. Taro should be happy about that as he comes out in the open. Misses an opportunity to shoot. He had that particular position ready. Throws out a grenade, and it does take out Taro. He was way too close to any problems there. Grenade, gotta move out of this. Somali, he's burning alive. She's burning alive. And that will be it. So OG just kind of cruising through this now. They are not on the top 3, by the way. They're the team Original Gangsters. But they are really making a point to be on the top 3. I think at this point, given that they have more kills than I think any other team has done so far in this event, in any particular match, there's no way they're not going to be a top 3. I really don't remember exactly what they did in the previous matches. I think they did fairly okay, at least. I don't think they went home in any of the matches without a kill. So if that's the case, this team is going to cruise to a top 3 and possibly cruise to first place. So Kiddu apparently got out of the vehicle and is possibly getting pushed also by VR. Killa is trying to rotate, and Kiddu's got to be cautious of his feet. Oh, taken down. Didn't rotate fast enough. Maybe he thought he was cleared. He was not cleared. And they will get that thirst. I don't think teammates are coming in. Oh, maybe they are. This is risky, but they're going. Are they going? No, they're going away. Never mind. And so two. All that remained are two left on the team here. Yeah, I really don't like this new. Look at all the dead boxes and where they all died. Because now I can barely see where fights could be happening, right? Like all these are too overlapped. And can we like remove this? What's this size? Oh, this is the size of the players there. That's actually a little bit nicer, I think. Maybe. And what's this? It's like potential fighting. I don't know what this button. I'm just looking at different buttons now. Spectate this. So it looks like they just got a kill here from COD, and they have 5 eliminations now, with all 4 still alive. Take a look at these guys. That they're shooting possibly up the hill and through the woods, but I do not see a fight. They probably got nest knocked. That's what happened, and they quickly will pick them up. Yeah. There's the shots to the house here. Again, it's really hard to see. I don't think there's fights down here. Yeah, I really don't like that anymore. I don't think there's a way to change it either. Maybe one day. You know, information about, you know, where people died is not as useful than knowing where the fights are going to be based on where people are. I get why they want to do that, give more information, but it's not as useful. Hacker's low on health. He just got shot in there. Oh, car's taking damage, but they should be able to safely push themselves here. I thought Zeus was Hacker for a second, and jumped out too early and almost killed himself. It's not the case. Next zone is reached for COD. So strangers here. 2 players left, Flash Squad and Neverside 1. We also have VR still in the game with all 4 players raring to go. 6 kills for the board on them. Oh, never mind. F13 is out. So 3 players on the team. Not all raring to go. Oh, the 3 are raring, I guess. Here we go again. Here's the most kills we've seen so far in any match. Coming from this squad of OG. They also get the next zone, so if they want to hold this house, they certainly can. I wouldn't go against that idea, as their odds of pushing a team of 4 are lower now. Oh, pushed it too much. COD 0. They're going to go for the car and go for the push here. They're wanting to get the heal in right away. The timing will probably work in their favor, and Zeus should get picked up, but the heal might take a little longer than they need to. COD, oh, did they not come out? They didn't push it. They got shot maybe from another area, and instead of pushing, they decided to worry about the third party. Oh, we got a snake in the grass. Is Zero going to be ready for it? Zero's looking down. He's like, where are you? There's possibly a snake around. And Neverside 1 hears these little footsteps going. Ooh. Hacker just got taken down again. And I'm going to head over to VR and see what that's about. This might be it for that 1 player left. It's Zeus. This team has done so well, but they might have to leave a little early and be in 4th place. Good Molly to prevent the big push. But Molly's going to come into the room now. You got to be careful of that. Oh! Third party is really helping out Zeus. feeling Ness is going to come out of the woodwork and realize he's still in the corner. So Ness being a person who shot, they should know there's still people in here. They might think someone dies from the blue. That's possible too, but Killer and Ness still alive. COD is still alive. 3 players. 5 players total, as you see Strangers too. So OG down at 4th place, but at least 14 kills, if not more at the end there. So they should be really happy with that outcome. Will it be enough for first? I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not aware of 100% certainty. Oh, enemy in the smoke there. Cleared up now. Grenade chuck, that might get the thirst for him. And then there's a kill. I don't know if he gets the actual kill for that. He might have. I can't tell, but they have 8 kills now for sure. So play it back 2 seconds before. Oh, blue zone. Oh, God, they got a hill. Look at this position. This is best. And the next zone won't be as great. And the grenade could come up and be a problem. But God, Queen. Queen is playing this. I love this. Queen in the car. Never side 1, taken down from a nade. Leaving 1 more left. Queen. Oh, a grenade back and forth. Flash God coming in great with that one. So what does Queen see? Queen should be able to see more, but he's not looking in that direction. I don't know why he's not looking toward Flash God. And he's looking away from Flash God. Maybe it's just spectate mode, but that's what it seems to me. Could he be AFK? Queen's AFK. That's what happened. Because there's really no reason not to be in this blue zone. So it's really just Abby. Abby's down. That's going to be it. As Queen is down as well. COD, I can't believe that's what happened to you guys at the end of that match. Queen. No. So, yeah. Strangers will take the win. Congratulations. They were not a top 3 team, so that also could catapult them to a top 3. Again, the other team that comes to mind is OG with that big kill count of at least 14. But we'll go through all these scores right now, and then we'll have at least the top 3 put into the chat on Trovo and move on from there. So we'll see what we do after that. Strangers, again, congrats to Flash God and team, as he has 5 kills, 4 from Never Side 1, and Voltex with 1, so a team total of 10. We have COD coming in with 4 from Eli. Well done. Team total of 6. Top 3 here with VR. VR getting 3 from Killa, 2 apiece from F13 and WP2. A team total of 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. OG, this is again the team that had a ton of kills. 6 from Kudu, 3 apiece from Zeus and Hacker, 2 from Daku. A team total of 12, 14. So they do end up with that 14 kill count. RD with 2 kills. Whitebeard and Monty getting the job done. Iron Sight, nice job getting 4. Team total 5 for AI. 1 from Addiction. TFC was 0. GR was 0. And 7 with 3 kills. Real with 1 kill. Just going for the killers. We got Aces with 2. And Aces was a top 3 team. They only had 2 kills, but in last place of 14. This is, man, these teams that were on the top. I mean, what happened? Maniac. Is it the Manic? Where are they? Right? I think they were, yeah, they're here. They're second to last with 0 kills. So the top 3, it could easily be switched out right now. It could easily be switched out. With who? We have Strangers for sure, who had 10 kills in first place there. COD, who I think were knocking on the door for a while. And then the obvious one that would be knocking on the door is OG. They got 4th place. If they got first, I think it would be a done deal. They definitely get first place in the tournament. But they weren't on the top 3, and they're here now. I think these 3 teams, COD, Strangers, OG, they're top 3. I don't know who would be the 4th though, because 4 teams will be in the money. It could easily be the hit list, because they were in first going into this, even though they had not the greatest outcome here. There they are. So yeah, look at this. I just realized the hit list, Team Manic and Aces, they're all in the bottom 3. And they were all top 3 going into this game. Wow. All right. So Body comes out with the final round scores. It is off. all the teams from the top fall down. That is crazy to think about. I don't think we've ever seen a turnaround quite like this before. Strangers BD, first place. Second, VR Esports. Third, COD System. And fourth, Old Gangster. So, again, it was Hitlist, Team Aces, Team Manic. They were the top three. None of them are there. Now, it could have, we don't know who was top four going into this round. So maybe the fourth place team was one of these four squads. That would make sense. But not having any of those three teams be in the top four at the end, that's what happens. I mean, we never really see that. I've never seen that happen. But now it's possible. Now we know that you should just never give up, because you can take the W, and things can change on a dime. Wow. The top three teams, just to reiterate, top three teams ended the last match in the bottom three positions, 14th, 13th, and 12th. They got no points for that. And except Aces does get 2 points for getting 2 eliminations. That's it. That is insane, man. That's insane. I just can't believe that turnaround. I've never seen that. Never in my life have I seen the top three teams from going into the round not even be on the podium, let alone top four. All right. Well, enough being surprised. Let's go take a look at how much discovery. Do we still have the discovery box open? Is it fixed? 21 minutes. All right. Still got a few minutes left to take care of that. So what we want to do, it's a good question. I think what we want to do is take a look at the last. What I want to do is take a look at the last COD mobile tournament. PUBG mobile tournament, and see how it went. Right, and then I'll put in my 2 cents on what good things happened about the tournament. Not really about the gameplay itself, but about producing it. Right, what goes into a production that makes it look good. What maybe doesn't make it look good, or things that could be adapted, even or things that can make it even better, even if it is good. So let's go through that. So simply put, what I'm doing is typing in YouTube PUBG Mobile Tournament, right? And so I see here, streamed 7 days ago, there was a PUBG Esports Tournament, PGC 2023 Grand Final. I think that might be PUBG, though, not PUBG Mobile. So I do want to see PUBG Mobile in particular. They do have a different vibe going for them. And I see one that was streamed 10 hours ago. So that will be perfect. And so I'll show you guys what I see in a second. And go with that. Thank you again for the support. Appreciate it. This was the final match of the mobile match tournament that we have every single month. So join our Discord if you want to compete in our next PUBG mobile tournament. They are free to play, and they have $100 prize pools. COD is here to take it away. Yes, smile. They certainly did. Okay. So if you guys would like to just relax, and we'll talk a little bit about PUBG Esports, and in particular the production side. Come out and check it out. Let me do this as if I've done it before. Live screen. Yes, this one. All right. So simply put, we're going to take a look at this. Where is my screen? I'm going to move me. Oop, it's a bit loud. Let me change that too. I'm going to move my here. A little loud in my ear. I don't know how loud it is in yours. If it's too loud, let me know, right? I can always change it. But right off the bat, we have this, right? Intro scene. I think it's fine for the most part, and it doesn't have to be too interactive. Let's see if they do change it. No, it's just a timer. You don't really have to make this crazy. It's kind of nice if you add a bit of a video aspect to it. What they could have easily done is add like a trailer to maybe the next season, trailer to their next esports thing that they might have going on, just in the bottom corner. They might want to save them as well, so they don't want to use all that content right away. And it may build more anticipation the less you put in the starting. But the biggest reason they have a starting soon page that lasts pretty long. You can see it doesn't have to last 30 minutes. But the biggest reason they would have that is to see, okay, if we have any technical issues now that we started the stream, we can easily just restart it, right? No harm, no foul. And now you can really test it out while it's live, right? So you don't know when a problem will happen until you actually start the stream sometimes. And you want to have this starting soon just to be like, all right, is everything kind of running right now that we're live? And you can do that all on the back end. You can look at all if they're using OBS or whatever, they can just look at all the scenes and not have to put it in. Like, it doesn't have to show it, but you can just kind of go through it and see, okay, it's working. It's working. It's good. And they can also just see in general, like, is this online? Is this starting screen on Twitch or YouTube? And in this particular case, it's YouTube. If it's not, no harm, no foul, right? You don't have your casters talking and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, casters, stop. You need to come back. So you got to redo. So you have this just to make sure everything runs smoothly before you really begin. And you can always extend it if you need to, right? Even if it hits 0, you just extend it with some content like this. So we'll move on as if we watched the whole starting soon. And now you have this. So quickly, I'll just put on mute so I don't make a lot of noise while I talk, is participating teams, right? So they got all the teams listed on the left. See some teams that you can recognize for sure from past. And they also have the new season content. So this is kind of what I was talking about. And it looks like they did extend it, right? They put an extra 16 minutes, or was that already part of the time? Okay, no, it was already part of the time. So this is what I was thinking that they could do, and they did it. So they made the background anime. You can see on the bottom of it. They made the content itself, the video, and the what's happening. Like match 1's gonna be Sandhawk, right? And they'll keep changing that, so you have a better idea of time and teams that are participating. I like that. This is great. And I'm sure this is talking about it a bit and saying what's the format of it. All good. I like this a lot. And we'll just move on. All right, let's see what this is. So again, they're showing another trailer for the upcoming season. So this is all fine. I think, all works out. I don't have a problem with this at all. Even in an esports competition, you don't really necessarily care about that, but it is what it is. I mean, it's an ad for themselves, right? You want to get people to compete in your game. Why wouldn't they do that? They should absolutely do that. What I haven't seen yet is ads for people who sponsor this tournament. It's not just going to be Tencent, right? Who, yes, they have a lot of money. I'm sure they put a good amount of money into this to make it look nice, but they probably also got sponsors. Sponsors want a piece of this. They know there's going to be views, and they want to make sure that they take advantage of that for sure. And every tournament should definitely take advantage of as much advertising as possible in esports, because quite frankly, there's just not enough money in esports at this time. And the more money they can get into it, the better. And with sports, you have and other entertainment ways, there's a process now in which this works. So you could have a potential bad contract with a sponsor. You're just very much less likely with high-end branding as well, right? In the gaming space, especially mobile gaming space, like Samsung, right? AT&T, they're not going to create a bad contract because they don't want to look bad either. They don't want this contract to bite them later on if it's a bad contract, or it makes it look like they took advantage of a tournament. So that's not even going to happen, because Tencent and the people who host this tournament, they got a lot of money to have a lot of good lawyers to make sure the contract looks right. But you should try to get as many advertisers as possible, and you should get paid for hosting a tournament. What am I gonna see here? Okay, this looks interesting. It's like a dance before this starts. This is, I've never seen this in PUBG Mobile Esports myself. Maybe it has been done. I just haven't seen it before. What is this? My guardian, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. I'm assuming these are outfits from the game. I haven't played the game, to be honest, in a while. So I assume they are all from the game. And they're like maybe new outfits. Yeah, they are. I see them in the top left. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And, but it's so cringy. I understand it. And I appreciate the attempt, I think. I appreciate the attempt, right? But they could have done something different, I'm sure. I can't think off the top of my head what they could have done different, but something different. You know what I'm saying? Macrom, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the heart. Constantine, welcome to the stream. Yeah. All right, I don't think I can watch that anymore. So, again, as I mentioned, I think it's a good attempt to attempt it. I think it's good to attempt it. I just think it's cringy, though, and maybe come up with a different option. What would have been the best option? I mean, okay, so break down a bit from the budget, right? They have a set budget. It's not like they have infinite amount of money, as big as they are. They need to like put a certain amount of money into this. They probably don't want to put a ton of money into it. They just want to put a normal amount because it's not going to make or break the tournament, right? They're going to put money toward more important things than this dance, right? But what would be better in general for this tournament would be like having a singer sing in the middle and then having these as like background dancers. That would make sense, right? Because it really doesn't matter who the singer is. It could be a singer that's popular over there. It could be a singer that's not super popular over there. But we all like the idea of listening to live music. So just hearing someone sing and seeing it, right, is much better than having it like played on the speakers and just having dancers dancing to it. I don't know how much cost that would have been extra. I'm sure it wouldn't have been that much extra, so that's why I'm saying that's the other option. You don't need to get a superstar. If you did, then I can understand like, oh, that's a price and that's a risk. Could have been cool, but you don't necessarily need to do that. But yeah, I think singing it would have been better. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. So anyway, we'll move on from that. Like the attempt, just not the execution. All right, so teams hopping in. So this is from a player perspective, so certainly not a production perspective. I mean, they could give them tips about what to do. They obviously told them like what they literally need to do: walk up, turn around, wave, or something. I'm sure they told them pretty much those words, like you can wave or do whatever, just up to you, kind of thing. And from the player perspective, you need to put yourself out there, and not only that, but enjoy it. Right? You're playing in a LAN event in front of a lot of people in a stadium, and you have a chance to win a lot of money too. Enjoy it, right? Like, be happy about it. Now I know they're like, you can say like they're focused on their game, and they shouldn't they don't want to mess that up. But you also should be focused on your branding as well. Like, that is something important. And you can say like, I don't think having your little having a bit more edge, like being like showcasing that you are literally happy about being there is going to take away from your focus. If you're not really happy to be there, then okay, do what you want, right? And walk like that if you want. But if you are literally happy, be happy. People like that. you know, that is something esports misses a lot. Is people's personalities. And if we can get more personality out there, it's more entertaining, more eyeballs, more sponsors, more money, and more prize pool, more everything kind of increases when you make it more entertaining. The whole point of all of this is to do entertainment for people to watch. So that's what I was talking about. Like, if he's be happy. Now they're also kids, more or less. They're mostly kids, so like they're awkward and might be like having a little stage fright. So I get it. So their real feelings might be like being shy and a bit hesitant to showcase your whole emotion. So I get that. I totally get that. I like the flag. Nice. I'd be smiling the whole time, man. I'd be like, I'm here. I'm here. I would not act like I've been there before. Not one bit. All right. So that's enough for that. We'll move on to... let's see what they say here. Big trophies showing. I like that. Where are they? In Turkey? Is that what they said? Honestly, don't know where they are. Thank you, Ahmed. Oh, it's in Istanbul. Is that what they said? So I don't know if people were not clapping, but there should be like sounds. The production team should know like how they can get sounds from the stadium. And if they don't have that, that's a bit of a problem, because you definitely want to be able to hear the clapping. Like, microphones are really good now, right? Like, I could have this microphone out in the middle of a stadium, and it would hear a lot of background, but it won't try to catch clapping. So, they will have areas around the stadium far enough where it won't be like indistinguishable each clap, but it would make it, the roaring would be heard. And so Hopefully they have that set up because I just didn't hear that. I'm sure they do. It's weird that they don't have. They might not be. They might be limiting it so they don't overcome his talking. But I'm moving on. All right, let's go to the casters. World Gamer. 7 worlds, right? I don't know the other two, but I'm sure they're big in PUBG at this point. I don't know though. He's the guy on the right, World 7. I actually beat him in a TDM randomly, and kept destroying him. There's a clip of it, I think, on Twitter or someplace, and I kept sniping him in the head with the Car 98, in a TDM match, and he literally quit the game, and he was streaming it too, which is kind of funny to see his perspective. He just like couldn't handle it anymore. He was like, "I'm done." It was really funny actually. I showed it to him, but he didn't respond to it on Twitter, which is kind of, I don't know, man. Could have reacted. Just saying. All right, we'll move on to this. So they have their group. These are going to be. So these two are going to be talking literally throughout the matches. They're going to be your in-game hosts, doing the play-by-play. I just assume based on the way they set this up already. They're just introducing them now. And then the 3 and the other side, they're like more in between match commentary, I believe, who can evaluate what happened in between and talk about maybe what teams will do forward or what happened, as these guys will be talking during. I'd be surprised if it doesn't work that way. All right, let's take a look at these setups. I like this. I've seen these, they've done this before. This is no surprise, but I do like this still. So the stadium is probably hot, so they give them fans. Totally makes sense because, if you're sweating, that is like a really bad thing in a game because your hands get sticky on the screen as you play if you're sweating and it doesn't run smoothly, which you really do need. Right? You're gonna be moving around on the screen. So make sure you have that fan there. I'm kind of surprised that they are all in long sleeve. I don't know how hot it is there. They said it was in Istanbul. Could be cold there. I don't know. But like I would still think the stadium itself is going to be pretty hot. And so maybe they just feel more comfortable in long sleeve. I'm sure this team has competed before and they played in both short and long sleeve. I'm just saying from personal preference, I would not be doing that if I was indoors and knew that sweating could be a problem. But they are pretty much the professionals here, so they would know best. Anyway, love the headsets. They're probably noise canceling, so they can clear it. And these phones are probably given to them by the tournament. They're probably not using their own phone. They might have a choice. I don't know if they actually have a choice of phone, but they're certainly given to them so they don't cheat. All right, let's go into the game itself. I'm always jealous when I wish I had their technology on this. It's just, the lack of frame drops, everything's rendered beautifully. I would have loved this. Okay, so a few things I want to kind of talk about just with the overlay production side. They have a overlay on the bottom left, and I don't think it's animated, which is a bit of a miss. Maybe it is animated. It is just probably on a timer and will change sponsors, and it'll also show you which match it is, so you don't really need to animate that. The emblem of the tournament on the bottom left, I wish that was a bit animated. That would be cool. It doesn't have to be, but it is what it is. I obviously would love it for my own tournaments to have something like this on the right, where you have all the players and who dies and who's low in health, who's half health. Like, that would be awesome. And obviously, there is no way to keep track of that unless you have this program, which they do, and they're not going to share it. I actually tried that with an ESL tournament. I think it was ESL. Who was it? I forgot who. But I was like, hey, is there any way I can use the same program? They're like, no, there isn't. And it was like, oh, okay. Because I could have, they wanted me to just kind of be there in a spectate mode type of way and show what's going on in the tournament outside of their main screen, so they can just have more people looking at it as if it's, a fun thing. And so they weren't willing to give me this cool look though. Anyway, I like their emblems of the flags representing where they're from. So even if you're an outsider, like pretty much me at this point, not knowing where they're from, I could be like, oh, all right, I want to go for the United States, and maybe YALL is possibly from the United States. It kind of looks like it from their flag, and so I'll root for them, right? And all the people from all different places. Eliminations, points, again, alive is great, and their positioning on the team. Looking at people's tags, right? You can see their logos. That's always good. I don't think you need the full name or the tag name there. As far as on the left, because most teams have their tags already, so you don't need to like make a tag and then tag. Just have their logos. I think at this point, I think the color coding is kind of done too much. At this point, we've seen it since the beginning, and I think that could change. I don't think we need to have that anymore. You see like yellow, maroon, blue. I would like to see that not fixed, changed. Some other way to represent who these players are. I understand having the color in the background just makes the name pop out more, so it's easier to see who is each player. But I think there has to be other ways that it's done, and I think that would change the way the game is, change the way the esport goes. And I'm sure there's a good way to do it. Could be wrong, but I would like it. I would like this type of showing who the players are to change. And it really hasn't. What they have changed over the years, I think, is putting the gun type above. I think that's cool, to show what they're rocking. We see that in spectate mode in-game with us as well. So anyway, that's that. I think that's good. That's about it. And they don't really do any other overlays as far as I can tell. They could put possibly more sponsors kind of popping in and popping out. The blue outline, I would love to have this kind of stuff. I like the blue outline on the players, and it kind of gives them more pop. They don't do that for regular spectate mode. They just do it for these type of tournaments. Oh yeah, and the other thing is too, the player on the bottom, like showcasing who the player is. I like that. The only thing I would change there is having the camera more to the bottom. This is something where I say the same thing. Hi Awa, welcome to the stream. The same thing I would say about people regularly streaming is if you're looking down at your phone, your camera should be down as well. Wherever you're going to be looking the most is where your camera should generally be, at least at that eye level. So if I'm, playing the game and I'm looking down, you don't see my eyeballs at this point, right? You don't see my emotions. You barely see my emotions. You might be able to see a smile or sadness or anger, but it's really hard to. Meanwhile, if I'm looking at you, then now you can see me and you can see my emotions. I'm happy or sad or whatever. And so instead of having it up here, if you're playing on a mobile device, put it down here, put it below where it will look up to you and you'll see my full facial recognition as I am playing. That should be what they do here. And to be fair, they shouldn't have a shortage of cameras. Like you can have a simple camera like I do that costs, well, I don't know how much should mine cost? I mean, it's not too simple. I mean, it might cost you like $400 to buy, but like, you know, these are production companies. They're not people who are just buying it and then throwing it out the next day. It might be a little bit of an addition to rent, but if you really wanted this height of video camera, just have another video camera from below. That would be what I would do. And so it would be like more of a side angle because you have your phone in front, so you don't want to cover the camera with your phone, right? So you have it a bit on the side, but you still get a good face feature rather than seeing what we see here. And you can see he's just looking down, and is he happy? Is he sad? Who knows? What's worth having that camera angle if you can't tell their personality, can't tell their characteristics and what they're thinking? It's really hard. The other thing too is they need to have more light on them. Now they might not because they don't want to blind them, but is there a way to do lighting without being blinded? I mean, streamers do it all the time. You can have higher lights, right, to look down, and that should work. I don't think anyone would have a problem with having a higher light. So these are just too dark, I would say. These are too dark. And they're, yeah, like that's better. That's more lit. Why isn't the other players more lit? Who knows? It should be all the same. Could be camera issue, right? They just thought it was all good and camera decided not to be as good. That could be definitely the problem. See, you just saw his hair. So again, that would be one that easily changes and probably wouldn't cost more if you just put the camera below. Anyway, right? You could say, well, when they win, they put their heads up. And it's like, well, then you see them a little higher up, right? And you can still get people with cameras going around. And you'll say like, hey, look at this team. They're about to win. Or there's 2 teams left. You look at that team. You look at that team. And whoever wins will pan it to you, right? With the big camera. So that would be what I do. Anyway, it wouldn't be that difficult. Let's see what they do with the winner and see like how they actually do handle a team that wins. Six remaining, 3 teams left. A cheeky little run. I wonder where they're from. A cheeky little run. So what I would do is like, this is the easy one, and it could be a production cost thing, potentially a production cost thing, is having the audio, right? You know there's going to be like 2 teams that are roughly near the end who's going to win. Or 3, you can say 3 or whatever. Have some boomsticks, man. Have like 2 of your guys go to the tables that you think are going to win. And then one of them's going to win. One of them's going to lose. And you might want to get that audio too. You might want to hear them. You know, be like, yeah, man, right? Emotion is what's going to get more viewers because it's entertainment. We watch movies because of people's emotions, right? If we didn't, like, then what are we doing? Even cartoon movies really try to show emotions. There's a reason for that. There isn't a movie that doesn't, because we all want to see that in a movie. It's very simple. And even in basketball, the same thing, right? You know, someone gets heated, a fight in hockey, winning, and hearing them like cry out in their win, the same thing. So you really, that emphasis should be like almost a priority. Obviously, the gameplay, you want to make sure that they're not going to get messed up playing the game. That's a big priority. But another major priority is to showcase their emotions, because that's what people are going to want to come back to see. They're also seeing the gameplay, but they really want to see their favorite player be great and be happy or be sad or be angry. So you can see it, but I would think that they would want to hear them too. You can do that in basketball, right? Every now and then you can kind of hear it when a basketball player is saying something to another person that you kind of like, oh, what is he saying? What is he saying to the ref? What is he saying to his teammate? What is he saying to the opponent right now? They're having a little face-to-face, right? We like that. We want to hear that. And just put a mic. You can put a mic on all of these centers, right? Now, a mic in the center of each table could be a problem, because you might have to get a really good one just to hear the players and not hear the audience going like a little crazy at that time. Trickster, welcome. Good job, by the way. You guys unfortunately lost it, but you guys did great nonetheless. Team OG had a hacker on it, says Smile. If you have any evidence of that, definitely send it my way. Otherwise, we don't know. I guess I know there was a player named Hackers. I don't know if you're regarding that, but yeah, for real though, if you notice any hackers while you're playing the game, you should always have your game recorded, and that way we can look at the footage. But going back to this, I think having someone with a boomstick going around to the different tables, especially ones that you think are going to be winning, would be the move there. So right now you're going to hear nothing. They're talking. What are they saying? Who knows? I don't know. Like he's even clapping. So like they literally didn't even try to get audio. Like they didn't even think twice about getting audio. Like you might have been able to hear it maybe silently because they got the camera so close. You would think like maybe the camera has a little bit of audio capture and would hear the clap, 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 but not even that, because the camera is not even trying to catch this audio. That's unfortunate in my eyes. So here's Infinex apparently is the sponsor. I think we saw that, yeah. So they're definitely should be showing themselves. I don't have a problem with that. This is kind of an odd table. Like it's like kids at a table a bit, like look how high his elbows have to be. And there's no problem with that necessarily. I really don't care. But it's just kind of noticeable. It is what it is. It's just funny to notice. Yeah, all good. We were just having fun, says Trickster. I'm glad you had fun, Trickster. It was great to see you. You guys were in first going into that round. I don't know if you guys knew that. I really hoped you guys were going to get a win just kind of jumping into our tournament. But yeah. I was talking about the time we were at the Super League tournament earlier in the tournament when we saw you playing and how great that was. And Iron Sight was on too. Different team. All right. So that's all right. Let me see. How much time we got left? Do we have any time left? We have... Oh, I guess it expired already. Might have expired a bit ago. Yep. So Zyad, well done. Good job with the win. Getting 200 and Elixir. Thanks for competing in it. Ahmed, thank you for the sword. I just realized that now. 4 of them. So that's that. All right, so we're going to head off at this point. Maybe we'll continue this analysis in a future stream. But yeah, I have done I've done major tournaments before, not the ones in PUBG Mobile that I do, and the COD Mobile ones that I do, but I've done ones in Apex. I've done ones in actually just in Apex, and Valorant too. Never mind, Valorant as well. I couldn't remember. And you know what budget needed to go into it, and all that, and the production value, what needs to go into production. There's a lot. There's a lot to consider. Not just the actual like things you see on the screen, but like behind the scenes, like contracts and requirements, what you can and can't do. So I tried to give you guys that analysis based on what we see and what might have went into that idea, to the best of my knowledge. And I think there's some pros. There's definitely pros to this tournament. I really like the idea that adding an entertainment value, not just coming from gaming, but from other things. Like they try to put the dance in, and they try to incorporate that into what happens in PUBG Mobile. In particular, it's the costumes. I dig that. I think it's a great idea, but they could have done probably executed a little bit better in some other way. And my thoughts was to sing, actually have a singer while people are dancing around you. I think that would have been great. I think that would have been perfect. Yeah, first ever LAN for us together. It was so great. Yeah, that was great for me. I've seen that interview, and I showed it to my fiance, and she was just like, "Oh man, that's you." So it was great. It was fun. But yeah, other analysis to this. This is something again I've seen over and over in esports that has been lacking, and that is getting player emotions. Building a storyline from a player's perspective. It's hard because it's just not done. So it's not like something you can just like cookie cut your way through. Stories change. But think of your favorite like reality TV show. And yeah, obviously you don't want to make it into a reality TV show where like people are just being fake or something. But you do want to actually get their real story and see if it evolves throughout the tournament, right? Just like a good sports movie or esports movie you might see that's fictional, you want to show, but in real life, show why they are playing, what was the purpose, how hard was it to get to where they are, like, and really encapsulate their facial aspects and the words that they say to build out that story. That's important, right? Because otherwise you're just getting gameplay that people like, and it's important to have, but it's not going to create long-term fandom. Why do we like the Yankees? Well, we might like the Yankees because we grew up with them, or we like the Yankees because we like the players. We like what they might have done in the offseason, this one time, this story that came out. We might like them for their actual abilities to hit the ball and stuff like that. But we also like maybe like their interviews and how funny they can be, or like, oh, I can have a drink with this guy. This guy is so cool. I like this guy. I want this guy to do well. Right? All of those kind of are important too, not just stats that you can put up in a game. By the way, Iron Sight and Hollow Sight, quite the game long time ago, but they don't play anymore. Well, we saw Iron Sight. Is that not the same Iron Sight? Probably not. I just assumed it was the same Iron Sight. I was like, oh, what a coincidence. But it makes sense. I mean, it was so long ago. I was actually talking about that too. And I was saying like, how many people from like when I was first doing it over like the first year, 2018, do people know me in this. It's probably like no one. Because this is so long ago. I'm always looking for I'm gonna be doing PUBG Mobile every month at least for foreseeable future. Like obviously I love doing this. But I am looking forward to other tournaments to do. And especially mobile games that hopefully will come out soon. That is what I want to do. I've also started Pokemon Unite tournaments because I was getting a little like, you know, like over and over again, right? Like doing the same thing over and over. And I wanted to mix it up. So that's one thing community gaming, and many things, but one thing community gaming is great at is like getting opportunities to like host different tournaments. And then them sponsoring it. That was great. But I also want to do like when mobile Warzone comes out, which keeps getting pushed back over and over. When will that happen? And well, Apex came out. I was really hoping to do some Apex tournaments. Unfortunately, that's a bit of a bust at this point. I don't even think I removed the game because I'm pretty sure I tried to play it and the servers were down at that point. Someone told me that they played Apex Mobile, like, I don't remember the last time. It was like a month ago or 2 months ago. I'm like, really? They still have servers running? I'm pretty sure they don't, though. Maybe they meant Apex Legends and I don't know. But yeah, I just don't know when that next game's going to be. It's funny because in 2018, you had PUBG Mobile. I think that's the exact year it came out. COD Mobile came out like either 2019 or 2020. I'm pretty sure it was before COVID. So it must have been 2019. And there really hasn't been anything else after that as far as Battle Royale shooter games go. The fact that PUBG Mobile is still on top of its game is kind of crazy to me. I don't play the game anymore, but and I think the main reason I don't play it anymore is because I just got like tired of playing it myself. And seeing that it has a really flourishing group of teams that want to play almost every single day competitively is very insane to me. I appreciate the hell out of it because it helps me a ton with hosting these tournaments. But I'm confused about it myself. I'm like, wow, so many people want to play it. Same thing with COD Mobile, but less because it's newer, and they have different game modes. Obviously PUBG Mobile has different game modes, but like real game mode, like TDM and PUBG Mobile is not like a main stakes. And I guess you can say the same thing about COD Mobile's BR is not like a main stake, and rather their multiplayer is. But it is kind of surprising how much those two games are fairly lasting with strong bases. The obvious answer, the reason that probably is, what are you saying? Do they $100 split between the 4 players, or do they all get 100? No, split between the 4 players. $100 prize pool total. If I remember the breakdown correctly, it's going to be, I don't want to get it wrong, but it's on the tournament website and it's also in our Discord. I can just easily see it. Why not? It is $40 for first place. Second place gets 24. Third place is 20. Fourth is 16. Total 100. Yeah, not each. Total team. But yeah, I kind of lost train of thought. I just think that we're definitely due for another game. I thought Apex was going to be that, and I'm very surprised it did not last. I assume that game went down because the servers cost too much to keep up, and the workers to keep updating the game, right? It's not just server, right? Power and electricity type of thing. It's the people who update, right? They need to be paid, and if they don't, that's horrible. So they just can't keep the game going and be like, oh, just let it run forever, and it just stays the same. Like, it needs constant fixing. So I guess it must have not been a moneymaker for them, which is kind of weird because mobile games make a ton of money. COD Mobile, PUBG Mobile. I wouldn't be surprised if they are still the most revenue-making games in the world. Let me see. I don't know how to best write this. Games that make the most revenue. So, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. They have Pokemon Go. Obviously, that was the main one at that year. It was like crazy how much money they made. Minecraft, no surprise to me there. Candy Crush. Candy Crush? Who plays Candy Crush? Clash Royales, that makes sense. So let's see if we can get like a list. Top. Franchise anything makes the most. That's Reddit. I don't know if Reddit's gonna give us the best. Top grossing games 2023. Candy Crush. Really? Is that still in the top? Honor of Kings. Honestly, I don't even know that game. Comes from China. Still have no idea. Candy Crush. Really weird. Roblox. Not surprised. Again, kind of like Minecraft. PUBG Mobile. There it is. Revenue coming from China. PUBG Mobile. Genshin Impact. Another game. Actually, I'm a little surprised about Genshin because it's not like a competitive game, so it's kind of hard to get people on top of that. But it is really well done in mobile as well. So I guess it's one of the most beautiful games I think I've played on a mobile device is Genshin Impact. Yes, PUBG Mobile. Yep, revenue. This is probably, this is over 2022. And so let's see if COD Mobile is up here. Nope. On the top. So Apex must have been lower. So revenue in the billions. Over $1 billion in revenue. So much money. That is just incredible amounts. In the United States, is COD Mobile? COD Mobile, I guess, would also be China. I don't know. I assume Tencent, but I could be wrong. Maybe we can just search COD Mobiles. COD M revenue. How much is COD Mobile? Approximately $32.68 million US dollars in IAP revenue. And that's in July 2023. The title generated. Does it mean over the year? Cumulative app gross amount to over since release, and that was in 2023. So I think this is not by month, even though it says July of 2023. I would assume this is, wait, actually, could be month. Actually, could be month. Maybe. Actually, probably. So they're making money. I think they're not running at a loss to try to get this game to continue and make more headlines. They're set. But can we see Apex's revenue? Because Apex actually won Mobile Game of the Year when they went out. They were like, we won, great. All right, we're gone, bye. And so I thought that was funny. I just wrote Apex. Apex Mobile. I guess it's Apex Legends Mobile, right? Legends Mobile revenue. And I don't know if it's going to give me like the last one. Apex Mobile hits 40 million, but EA's blockbuster shooter could be in trouble. Apex Legends has now passed 40 million in lifetime earnings 8 months after its worldwide launch, according to App Magic data. Yep, that was January of 2023. Yeah. Man, I really wanted to do a tournament with Apex. Never had the opportunity though. Let's see, what's this say? Average revenue per day based on the last 7 days is around 23K, and it was 43K the week prior. There's a sudden revenue drop. Who knows why? Oh, this is, oh, okay, here we go. So on a day-to-day basis, I'm assuming this is all Apex still. So it made a lot, kind of hit a dip, and then kept making huge dips. Now they announced, I don't know why there's always these big increases at these points. Like, what's the purpose of these on a monthly basis? Maybe new updates? Could be. That could be the case. But that is kind of crazy that how much of a dip it did. Monthly earnings hit 7 million in May and June 2022, but have since declined to around half that. October, November, and December revenue came to 3.6 million, 2.9 million, 3.5 million, respectively. January is tracking to reach just over 1.4 million, a steep decline and an all-time low. Well, there you go. That's the main reason they could not make revenue. Really, really weird. I assume these were all before the announcement, because this is kind of saying Apex has not passed blah, blah, blah. And they're not mentioning, like, oh, they also announced that they are leaving the game. They are removing the game from the App Store. But with revenue dropping off badly, a new season of content delayed, and fans complaining, EA has worked do if a hero shooter is be a long-term success on mobile. Wow. All right. Yeah, I always thought they made a ton of money. I didn't expect them not to. Yeah, the other thing too about Apex is I thought it was a great game. I played it a lot when it first came out and continued to play it until they announced that they weren't going to continue it. And I knew at that point that I'd rather put my energies into other things, given that it's not going to lead to tournaments. It's not going to lead to longer lasting greatness. So I just stopped playing it. And but I always thought it was a great game. I never really had an issue with playing Apex. I knew there was a lot of COD mobile players who played Apex, and then they went back to COD before the announcement. And I was always wondering why that is, because Apex felt like a very stable game. I didn't have any lag issues with it when I played on mobile. I didn't really have issues with the characters. Can't think of their different names, but anyway, the play felt great. I just don't know why it didn't do so well. But you can see here for sure, it did not. All right, I'm definitely going to head out now. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay safe out there. Have a good one, and bye-bye.